Hi everybody, how's it going? Before I start today's video, I just want to set the space. So we call upon the guardians and aurora races aligned to law of one mission to work together for the highest capacity of exchange of God's infinite light, love, and power in divine right order and harmony. And we create the space in the container. We fortify our 12th dimensional shield. And from north, south, east, west, and in the earth, sky, and into our heart, we direct the four corners to be sealed in a light of unity and wholeness, impenetrable and invincible. We ask the crystal guardian forces to anchor this space sacred in service to the law of one of which you serve. And as we activate and anchor and fortify our 12th dimensional shield, and so from the core, pushing the shield energies out with the GSF code, I am God, I am sovereign, and I am free, to our entire personal boundary and home space. And then we fill this space with the crystal liquid light. And we anchor and lock it down, and impenetrable and invincible. Okay, and now since the container has been set, which I'm kind of new at it, I should have kind of just listened to, this little inkling that I had, but it's okay. The space is set. Hopefully, it's set. It's set. So this is all kind of new for me. I'm kind of just trying to go off of what I feel guided to do, and that brings me to today's video. I figured I'd try and get it recorded because if I'm recording now, it's probably not going to get recorded. So I decided to try it. So with these series of videos, I try to be as organic as possible. So it's in the moment thing. Like I'm just gonna do it how I'm gonna feel in the moment and then go off of that feeling. So the first 3 videos I recorded at the end of December, and now it's February 10th. Is it February 10th? Let me see. Um, yes, it is February 10th. It is officially, and it's funny that I decided to record the video now, but it is officially my 5th month of today's date. This is my 5th month of being in between homes, as I like to call it, being homeless. But but I'm here because I'm here to talk about, because people are going to have questions. I'm here to talk about the correlation and the connection between dark matters and superpowers, because people are going to have questions, and people are going to wonder, okay, well, how is this whole superpower thing going to occur? And it's through the dark matter. So when it comes to embodying or activating these superpowers, or our higher dimensional selves, our higher spiritual selves, I'm at a point where in order to physicalize these energies, I'm required to perform some sort of physical action. And this is the physical action that I'm guided to do, is to do YouTube and Facebook. And I really don't want to be on Facebook. I do not want to be on Facebook. YouTube seems okay, but Facebook, it's because there's a certain technology that they're using to facilitate these websites, especially Facebook, and I don't like it. However, in order to embody, in order for your aspects of your higher self to be embodied within the physical, you have to take the physical action that's in alignment, or um, that physical action that your higher self is guiding you to do. And for whatever reason, Facebook is part of that action. And because I deleted Facebook, and I don't want to be on it. I really don't. It's on that shit. for lack of a better term. And I just don't want to be on it. I really don't. I don't know if I should cuss, but hey. So I'm guided to be on FB and YouTube right now because this is what's gonna align me to the higher timeline. When my core locked onto that higher timeline, which I perceive to be my Avatar Christ timeline, these two sites were a part of it for whatever reason. So I'm gonna trust that, even though it don't make any sense to me. It don't make no sense. It don't make sense. But we're gonna try it. So, and this video, it's part of them actions that I'm being guided to take. So the correlation between dark matter and superpowers. So first off, I would describe dark matter as the eternal substance through which matter is made manifest into this material realm. So without dark matter, we wouldn't be here. And what's happening is currently our dark matter is receiving upgrades and it's being activated. So when it comes to the activation and the upgrading of the dark matter, that means that new forms of dark matter are being, I guess we can say, created, more like generated. New forms of dark matter are generated, and out of these new forms are new elements, new materials, and new substances. And these new materials, these new elements and substances, this is how your superpower is going to come into physical embodiment. And it's interesting, because we don't really think about how deep it goes when it comes to getting superpowers. So I'm trying to be in the moment, you know. I want to say with dark matter, it's okay. So the dark matter is expanding. New forms of it are being generated. So, we have these spaces that's in between our bodies. Like it's like these empty spaces, and the dark matter is filling those spaces, and with new forms of upgraded matter, upgraded dark matter, new material, new elements. So I want to say what we were referred to, from the Powerpuff Girls, what we refer to as chemical X. That's one of the new forms of elements or new matter substances that are being transduced into this material dimension. So for dark matter, you have to understand, you have to comprehend the process of which we are made manifest in this material dimension. So first, our eternal light generates the dark matter. And then from the dark matter erupts what we would call the light, that finite light, but it's the light. So our light bodies. And then out of that dark matter and out of that light emerges subatomic particles. So those subatomic particles will group together and they form atoms. It's basic, biology. So, and once those subatomic particles group together and form atoms, the atoms group together and they form molecules. So the molecules group together and then they form supramolecules, which is it's like a cluster of molecules. And then those molecules group together and they form the DNA and they form the cells. And as we know, cells is the basic biological unit of all life. And then once those cells group together, they form organs and tissues and the biological form. So that's how we are made manifest through the dark matter. And then the dark matter also is what holds everything together. It is what holds our body together. that's how we are made manifest. So, understanding that how these superpowers are coming into physical embodiment and physical manifestation, it is through the dark matter. So the dark matter is expanding, it's being upgraded, and out of this newly formed, activated, and upgraded dark matter are these new matter substances, these raw elements, and some of this upgraded dark matter and the matter, it's what comprises of the physical manifestation of your superpower. So like it's a lot of inner circuitry, a lot of complex um, a lot of complex matter forms. That's how I can describe it. From observing the process within myself, it's like these complex circuitry. Um, I don't want to say like, cause it's not machinery, because it's more like um, it's parts. It's new. That's the best way I can describe it. New parts that are being formed within us in order to embody these higher self aspects. And like I said, if you watch my first video, I'm just following the concrete. So the concrete is what led me here. Remember, the concrete is the final stages to the full physical manifestation and embodiment of the superpowers. And in order for me to continue to absorb the concrete, like to keep it going, so I can have superpowers in this physical dimension and use them, I have to take. I'm required to take some physical actions that are in alignment. So, I hit a block, and then once I started doing these videos, the concrete started moving again. So that's what it is. It's about following the physicalization and the solidification of your superpowers. Because, like I said, I don't want to be on social media, but for whatever reason, this is what I have to do. So I'm trying to trust and hope that I'm perceiving things accurately and in alignment with my higher self, because it's definitely been a journey, and I have to be vulnerable. I, like all of us, winging it at life, trying our best to listen to the inner guidance system, which it seems like it's getting easier, but then it's getting harder at the same time. Like, because it's so much going on, and because we're dead in the heat of the most intense spiritual warfare that it could possibly be. So it's very challenging right now, and it's there's a lot of doubt, not within me, but there's a lot of like doubt, like kind of thought forms going around. So it's just, yeah, it's crazy. But yes, the new and upgraded forms of dark matter. So um, I guess to give you sort of like a visual representation. So you've seen Frozen, like we've all seen it. If you haven't seen it, you're not gonna get it. But Frozen. And before I say this, I just want to say that I'm merely kind of just detailing my own experience, and I'm just sharing what I've learned. A lot of this information, it does come from what we talked about, Ascension Glossary, and the component website Energetic Synthesis, which I'm gonna be honest, um, I'm not gonna be linking the websites to any of my social media out of respect for Lisa Renee. Like I said, she don't endorse me, she don't know me. And recently, when I checked the main page, there was a social media section, and she talks about it stated how she don't endorse or support social media. She's not on social media, which I completely I understand because, like I said, social media, like the technology that they're using is they on that ish. And like I said, I don't want to be on here, but when when I locked onto that timeline for whatever reason, this is a part of it. It don't make any sense because I rather just have my own website, or maybe it'll happen in the future, but I just rather have my own website and have my own server so I can create that container like all the way through. But that's not how it is right now. So I gotta work with the tools that I have. So I'ma just trust. I'ma trust because I want these. I want to be on this timeline. It feel like it feel good. It's that white light. It feel like the Avatar Christ timeline that I'm on, and I want to be on that timeline. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Plus, I want these powers. I need to see if this is like really what it is. I want these powers. I'm be honest. so, but yeah, I almost forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, so I get it. So, and that's why I'm not gonna be linking the website. You just gonna have to find it. There's a search and that's it. But from my experience, it's okay. Back to Frozen. So Frozen, I'm just detailing. I know I'm all over the place, and I'm sorry for that. But I'm trying to get this information. I'm trying to make this step, and it's I'm just trying to make this step. So, like I said, I'm just detailing my own experience and what I've learned. And I'm not a guru. You don't have to take this information. If it don't resonate, it just don't resonate with you. That's fine. That's okay. Just leave it where it is. But I'm not trying to force this on you. If it resonates, it resonates. If it don't, it don't. It is what it is. But back to Frozen. So we all know the scene. Let it go. Let it go, let it go. Cause you gotta let all that, let that mess go. Let everything go. Everything that don't matter, let it go. But there's a part when before Elsa builds the castle, there's that part where she runs to the cliff, and there's that big open empty space. So that represents the in between spaces between like the your dimensional layers of your body. And when you see Elsa when she goes like this, and the bridge is formed, or part of the bridge, and you notice that the bridge is like frosty. That represents the new forms of dark matter, right? See, and I like doing this stuff. I like keeping the symbolism, and I like telling you like, hey, this is what it is. Like it's dope. Like it's dope. It lets me know that on like I'm on that path. It lets me know that I'm not just tripping because I can perceive it. I can perceive what's going on within in the movies and the television and the video games. It's cool. So it kind of gives that confirmation like, hey, you're on the right path. But anyway, so she builds that bridge, right? That when it's frosty, that's the new forms of dark matter. And then you notice when Elsa, when she steps on the bridge, it crystallizes. That's the solidification. That's the new forms of matter being transduced from the dark matter. So I know it's kind of like it's cool. So and then she finishes the bridge and she goes to that the next the cliff. She goes to that cliff, right? And that's supposed because you're supposed to bridge the the different dimensional layers within your body. You're supposed to bridge them together. Like they're supposed to be interconnected and bridge together. And that comes with the dark matter. That comes with embodying superpowers. So that's what they were telling you with Frozen. See, like a lot of these movies and TV shows, they tell you the process that you go through when it comes to embodying superpowers and them coming into physical manifestation. So I just wanted to give you that little tidbit of information. Um, Hopefully, I'm on the right path. I mean, we'll see. So I want to go ahead and I just want to end the video because I didn't want it to be too long. I just wanted to give that correlation between dark matter and superpowers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close the space. Thank you, beloveds. I appreciate your support and protection. um, and then you heard that with Beyonce, Superpowers, because I'm in Starbucks, still recording, because you know I'm in between homes, so and it's the song Superpowers, and it's like my favorite. It's on my favorite album by her. And speaking of which, like Beyonce, like, cause I stopped listening to her for a minute, and then I started listening to her again, because I got a download about her Coachella performance, and it made me hopeful again. Like it made me hopeful because a lot of people said she was on that mess, and it kind of threw me off. Like because it was like, how could I like someone so much, but they be on that mess? Like you know, like it didn't make sense. So I watched her Coachella performance, and because I'm trying to feel if I should say it, like, because I kind of closed the space already. Like, or if I should just, like, wait till the next video. Nah, I don't feel right. I'm going to just say it. So, and her Coachella performance, right? Like, how it started is, like, I was walking down the street, and I, it's like, you know, and this song came into my head, and it's crazy because this was before I had deleted, or my Facebook was scheduled for deletion, right? And I had deleted my videos off YouTube because I'm like, okay, well, yeah, the social media on that mess, I'm not about to deal with that. So what came into my head was that song Boss Ass Bitch, right? It says, I'm a boss ass bitch, 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 bitch. You know that song? Like, I ain't heard it or thought about it in forever, right? So it came in my head, and something was like, if you know, you do these videos and you on Facebook, it's gonna be you. Like, you know, you're gonna be the boss ass bitch. And I laughed because it was funny. Like, and because I know why. Like, because it's taking me to my higher timeline. That's why. But so that song came, and then another song because I had fell asleep and I woke up and I was walking down the street. Another song, the medley or the beat of Kendrick Lamar's "Humble," you know that dun 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 dun, and then it just hit me out of nowhere that that same beat, Beyonce had played it on her Coachella performance. You know, right when she's at the when she first like introduces herself with that outfit, well, you know, with the yellow shirt or the yellow jersey or sweater, right? You know, you gotta pay attention. Beyonce, she comes up. She's at the top of the pyramid. That means she's at an elevated state of consciousness, right? And then she didn't when that first beat is Kendrick Lamar's "Humble," because when you're at that elevated level of consciousness, to get there and to stay there, you gotta be humble. You can't be in your ego. You can't be you have to be humble to continue receiving the knowledge and the wisdom of God. You have to be humble, right? So she played that, and I'm like, dang, like, you know, I never, because it was time for me to understand and perceive it, right? Because that's when I get downloads. It's when it's time for me to understand it, or when I need the information. So, right, you know, you had that, she danced, she did that Be Humble, and then when it was over, Crazy in Love starts playing, right? And she goes down the pyramid. So what that means is that she's bringing the higher frequencies down to our level, like to the physical realm. That's what it means. And I'm like, dang, like And I watched her Coachella performance quite a few times because it's like one of her best performances, if not the best performance. You know. So I just wanted to share that. Like, it's crazy how the song playing and I started listening to Beyonce again, and then like her okay, this I'm not gonna say yet because it don't feel right. It don't feel like I feel like I said what I should say. But her Renaissance album, yeah, that definitely has some symbolism that is worth checking out. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end the video. I'm gonna go ahead and close the space. So thank you, beloveds, once again. We close this space, and any transmission of codes, hopefully, they're in alignment with the higher self, the avatar God self of the individual. So our infinite stream of love is with you, and we close this space, and we interlock and seal, and we seal into the light of wholeness and unity. So thank you, beloveds. And thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a blessed day. And stay safe out there, okay? All right. I love you guys. Bye.